the truth behind the Norteno Milo shooting. First and foremost, I want to send my deepest condolences to Milo's family and the loved ones. Rest in peace to a solid individual whose life was cut short too soon. Now, before I get into it, please hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Now, as some of you may know already, Milo was laid to rest yesterday, leaving a 13-year-old behind with a lot of unanswered questions. So today, I want to address what happened, not based on twisted narratives from news media outlets, social media, or other newspaper sources, but from what I've been told by real people from West Side Modesto. The media painted a story about Milo being involved in an altercation with the store clerk and posting pictures of him flipping off and a tray of weed with him smoking a blunt, which has nothing to do with this case. I mean, it's irrelevant. You know, they're trying to divert the truth by painting a picture of him being a thug. You know, but according to people close to the situation, there was no altercation that night. Milo did have a restraining order against him that he wasn't aware of because he hadn't been served yet. So he didn't know. This key fact changes the entire narrative. Now, that makes me believe Milo was outside hanging out, and the clerk probably came out yelling, "Get the fuck out of my store. Get the fuck away from my store. You and your thug friends, get the hell out of here. I don't want you in front of my store." You know, and Milo, unaware of this restraining order, was probably tripping because you got this guy coming sideways at him. And although there may have been an altercation in the past, Milo was just chilling and most likely just snapped back, leading to a verbal altercation. Now, news media are saying there was a fight, and we will all soon find out because the family is asking for the video footage of the cameras and body cameras of the officers. Now, the store owner, knowing about the restraining order, seemed to use it as an excuse to escalate the situation, which ultimately ended in Milo being shot outside the store, not inside. So now you have Milo unaware of a restraining order, outside of the store, and unarmed. Now let's continue. This wasn't the first time this store owner displayed aggression. In 2021, he reportedly beat a woman with a bat outside the same store, and it's unclear if that incident was dismissed, filed, or ever looked into further, you know. Now authorities are starting to connect the dots, recognize a pattern of violent behavior from this clerk. It's starting to look like the clerk was the real aggressor, not Milo. So now you have Milo unaware of a restraining order or a trespassing order. He was outside. He never walked inside the store. He was unarmed. And you have the same clerk who not only beat this woman with a bat outside, but was brandishing a gun at the time of this incident. He was arrested in this case, but then released. So like I said, in that case, it's unclear if charges were ever picked up, dismissed, or what's going on. This situation makes me reflect on the times when we used to hit up our hood market, as they call it today, I guess, in Turlock. It was called Maddie's Market on the west side of Turlock. The store owner there showed us respect, and in return, we respected him back. If we came up short, you mean me and the homies couldn't get enough change to get some beer or something? He'd say, "It's all good, you know what I mean? Give me later." So that's what real community looks like, a mutual understanding and a shared humanity. You know, owning a store like this store, man, owners and employees, they have to be a different type of breed because there's murders that go on, drive-bys, fights, and all kinds of other shenanigans that go on around these hood stores. And for the most part, they become like homies. You know, when we would walk up in there, they'd be like, "What's up, homeboy?" You know, but not because they were homeboys, but because they knew the community around that store is what put food on their table and supported them, and out of respect. So it's hard for me to imagine Milo being disrespectful to this clerk, especially that being the hood market. You know, the most tragic part is what happened after Milo was shot. instead of receiving immediate medical attention, he was handcuffed while bleeding out. Imagine being shot in pain, and the first thing they do is treat you like a criminal, not a victim. That's a deeper level of injustice. And I'm sure the officers knew of Milo being certified and validated as a gang member, which made them automatically assume Milo was the aggressor or the criminal in this incident. And of course, none of the homies are going to talk, to the cops. So that's why I think all these different narratives are going around in all these social medias and outlets. They made up their own story, and the store owner, I'm sure, painted a false incriminating picture to the officers while Milo was handcuffed, bleeding out. I've seen a lot of comments online saying things like, he knew better, he shouldn't have been there, or that's what he deserves, grown-ass man on the corner liquor store. But that's the wrong mindset. No one deserves to lose their life like that. It makes me think of how far this young 34-year-old man could have went in life. From my experience, I was 37 years old when I started to see life a little differently and started to shine. So whether he was a gang member or a thug, that's no justification for murder. Milo's story deserved to be accurate and truthfully, not distorted by false narratives. We need to hold those in power accountable, demand justice, and stand together. Rest in peace, Milo. Don't forget to keep that king mentality, always dripping, never tripping. All I need is my money. And the hustle continues no matter what. Hit that like and subscribe button.